Hello and welcome back to Building on a Budget Models. I'm Thomas and today we're going to be unboxing this, the Tyrrell P34 six-wheeler. This is the 1/20th scale Tamiya kit and this is quite an old boxing of it, as I'll show you in a moment. I got this second hand last year from Scale Model World. So you can see here it's even got a little approval there from Ken Tyrrell himself. See here on the side. There's Ken. Drawings of the car. This is the 1976 version. And here you can see some of the other kits that they had available at the time. What's the thing that does show its age is that the Marlboro logo here is on this McLaren. We'll open it up. Some decals there. Instructions. Already got the paint I'm going to be using. Some parts. Some chrome parts. So we'll start by looking at the instructions. These are pretty old. As you can see, it's got the endorsement from Ken Tyrrell here. The six-wheel Grand Prix car is officially named Elf Tyrrell Project 34. The Tyrrell team is sponsored by Elf, the second largest oil company in France. The alliance between Elf and Ken Tyrrell began in 1968 with a French Matra chassis powered by the then new Ford Cosworth V8 engine for Jackie Stewart. 9 years, 3 World Championships and 28 Grand Prix later, Elf Team Tyrrell represents the longest standing and most successful sponsored partnership in Formula One racing today, or at least it did in the late 70s. The basic concept of a six-wheeled Elf Tyrrell Project Formula One car is a major step forward, an advance in terms of safety as well as racetrack performance. Derek Gardner explains, motor racing is so very competitive that a tiny advantage can make a disproportionately large difference to the result of a race. A Grand Prix car should be fast in a straight line, as fast as possible in corners, and brake effectively. In a race, one assumes that all cars corner at the same speed, so you have to overtake on a straight, and that is difficult when nearly everyone has the same engines. Or you could outbrake into a corner. You might have a car that does not handle well, but if you are fast on the straight and have good brakes, you'll be fast around the circuit. Our aim was to build a car no worse than an existing car in a corner, but with superior speed on the straights and superior braking. From wind tunnel tests, we knew it would be fast in a straight line, and the advantage gained in braking with our new layout was an elementary calculation. The wheels generate lift and drag on any racing car, so to completely shroud them in a sports car body would greatly increase the speed, but regulations limit the width of the nose to 1,500mm, and to tuck the wheels inside the nose would result in a narrow track and a deterioration in cornering. If you have 4 front wheels, you don't need wheels the same size as a conventional car, so we asked Goodyear to make us special small tyres, even smaller than those we have on our car now. When the Goodyear people told us the tyre size they could produce for us, we designed the car around them. The front tyres are now inside the nose so that the lift generated by rotating tyres in a free airstream is almost completely cancelled. I calculated that the reduction in drag of our new car would be equivalent to at least 40 horsepower, and we thought if we had a car with that advantage, we could be competitive with Ferrari. Tamiya recommend TS15 blue. Now this bag has got most of the sprues, though some of these parts have come off as this is an old kit. Here we got this black sprue and also these 2 parts of the rear wheels have come off. So the smaller front wheels, disc brakes, axles, these are mainly to do with the front wheels. Now I think that some of these parts have been replaced with a chrome sprue, which is also included. We've got this silver sprue A, which has many parts of the DFV. Be interesting to know if this is the same as the DFV in other kits from the same time, such as the Lotus and the McLaren. We've got another black sprue here, some more wheel parts, steering wheel, there's the instrument dials, larger disc brakes, pedals, radiators, the engine there, Ford in race detail. No flash, which is good. Now this blue sprue here has already had some parts removed from it, I'll show you that in a moment. So most of these things are aero parts, so for instance this is part of the rear wing, it's the rear wing support, these go on the front wing, already moulded in blue, but obviously I will be painting over that. And then the previous owner, as you can see here, has put some of these parts in a bag. Here you can see here's the main chassis. It's got moulded detail like this fire extinguisher here. Need some sanding here to remove those burrs. We've got this part here of the floor. This part here of the seat. Now I may need to drill some holes in that because I am planning to add some seat belts to this. And then we've got these parts here, that part there, not sure where that goes, and these sandwiched together like that to go around the driver. Then you've got the wing mirrors on there, bit of a seam there in the middle which obviously will need to be removed. And here we've got a chrome sprue. This has never been removed, so that's nice. I believe that this was probably an addition which didn't come with the original 1976 or 77 kit. Got the wing mirrors, got the roll hoop here, got the intakes for the engine. So that's very nice and bright considering the age. That's great. So in here we have got some additional parts. So we've got some wiring, two types of wiring there. So that is for the engine ignition, and this I think is for the radiators. So they still seem pretty bendy. Hopefully I won't need to replace them. We've got a couple of black parts here that have fallen off the other sprues, so I'll keep them in there. Got a screw, and then we've also got this clear window here, which is for the side of the cockpit. The windows were there so that the drivers could keep an eye on the state of the tyres. And we've got a rubber sprue, and some of the tyres have come off. So we've got 6 polycaps there, and we've got the smaller front tyres. Now irritatingly, these have got Goodyear moulded in. I might try and find some replacement decals for them. I know Decals do some. And then as you can see here, they've got Goodyear raised on the tyres. Pretty nasty mould seam down the middle. But considering the age, and I think this kit is about maybe 30-35 years old, the tyres are still in pretty good shape. Now what aren't in good shape, unfortunately, are the original decals, as you can see here. So these have very much yellowed with age. And in fact, does it have a year on the back? 1990. So there we are. That's when this kit was from. Interestingly, they've got helmet decals for Jody Scheckter and Patrick Depailler, but there's no figure that came with this. No helmet either. So I bought some replacements. So these are MSM Creation replacement decals. As you can see, sort of more luminous yellow. As you can see there, lovely and bright. I've used lots of MSM Creation decals before. I'm very happy with them. Here are number 3 for Jody Scheckter and number 4 for Patrick Depailler. And they've also got these decals here, which we used at the 1976 Japanese Grand Prix. I will also be using this 120 scale seatbelt set A. These are designed for cars from the 70s and 80s. They also got some little screw heads there, which is a nice little feature. They used blue seatbelts in this car at the time. I believe they were Williams, and you can see here you've got adhesive ones for all of these different brands. Now, I have actually made this kit once before. This is the 1977 version. As you can see, it came with a driver as well. It's Patrick Depailler. Yeah, this was the first Tamiya kit that I ever made and the first Formula 1 kit that I ever made. So it would be very interesting to see how much I've improved since making this one. I deliberately left a few parts removable on this one so you could see the driver in there. But yeah, looking forward to making this 1976 version. So there we have it. Tamiya will be reissuing this kit and also the 1/12 scale version later this year, both of them with photo etch parts. But I thought it would be a good opportunity to see how this one goes together. It seems to have been very popular with some of my viewers in polls as well. Thank you very much for watching. Please do comment down below, like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.